Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Gregory Mascaro. Just a little update on our Daily Cup of Joe. This is for financial information. Today is Saturday, June 24th, 2017. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. So there's a lot that's been going on, concerns for how do we create a repetitive income structure. We have concerns for our retirement. We have concerns for our everyday, day-to-day expenses. We have concerns for the curveballs life throws us. Our children going to college. Whether or not we go back to college. It's very hard trying to provide and take care of day-to-day expenses and operations when inflation and the price and cost of living continually go up. Usually our income doesn't keep pace. For the clients that I served, I would tell them we're going to eliminate certain monthly recurring bills. We're going to utilize the proper tools that are an advantage when it comes to the equity valuations of the house, solar electricity, whether or not to lease a car. There are certain times and events in a life that will say, hey, I'm a single elderly woman who still drives. Well, you know what? A lease might be the right answer for her, because then she doesn't have to worry about repairs or anything like that. She's in a brand new safe car every so many years. But again, you got to have the money for the deposit, this and that. Everything is a conversation. That's what this service is all about. I'm not trying to gain anyone as clients, anyone to come over. I'm here to be a resource. Come and talk. Hear what I think. Questions that you bring, answers you may like, you may not like. But it will help you understand what should be done, how to do it. Like with life insurance, when and how much, what program. Those tools are better served when you do them young. The work that I developed with investing, what I'm able to create on a daily basis, taking the risk, turning it on, turning it off, creates for the investor what would normally take a year or longer in results. I have a class. I teach people how to chart. It's important to learn these tools. Even with my work, what I do every day, I have workup sheets I do every day on the stocks that I work with that let me know where to look. Same kind of conversation you hear a lot about extracting alpha. I have a different definition on what extracting alpha is to what you're being told. For me, extracting alpha is where does your profit come from? If your profit came from another investor who went the wrong way, you didn't extract alpha, in my definition. If your profit came from an exchange, a prime bank, a clearing firm, that's extracting alpha. You're taking money out of the system and putting it into your bank account. And what I developed allows people to develop that kind of opportunity every day on a daily basis. Every day I turn on the risk at discretion. I look at my charts, I look at my paperwork, I know where I'm going. And I'm usually getting $2, $3, $4, $5, or $8 a share gain in 15, 20 minutes. You don't have to become my client. You want to see it? I have people. I tell them, look, you can see me on Twitter. That's me on Twitter, GMView1. You can see me on Skype. That's me on Skype. All right, GMView. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm here to be a resource. All I'm saying is come watch, come participate, get in touch with me. You have questions, you have concerns. You're going to need to know how to make your own income stream. It's not going to be easy going forward. It's going to get very expensive. And it's going to get more expensive for our children. And a salary does not cut it. We're going backwards in our liberties. We're going back to the 1800s and 1900s when we had multi-generations under one roof just to survive. That's what we're heading towards. You can't print trillions of dollars and not cause inflation. This is a very, very challenging time we're entering into. It can be very, very lucrative and beneficial for those who prepare and plan. But those who don't, it's going to be very challenging. It could be very hard, very painful. I see a lot of things on TV with commercials. I hear a lot of different people talk, oh, this new idea, this new penny stock. Most penny stocks, 9.9 of them, don't make it out of the gate. When you save your money, and it takes a lot to save money today, putting it on a penny stock is not the answer. Problem is you don't have many choices left. What they're considering active management and what I'm looking at as active management, it's not active management. Active management is you're sitting there and you're actually trading on the day. Day traders do it with stocks and margin, and they have it leveraged 4-to-1. My work can be for the day or can be carried. It's not on margin. I don't borrow any money, so there's no leverage and there's no risk of me owing more money than what I started with. If the trade goes wrong, I'm killing the trade. I gave back a couple of hundred. Go again. I usually get 2 or 3 trades within the day. An opportunity is a time frame. It's funny how people will sit there and say, how can you do that? It doesn't work. How can you predict? It's weird that we're able to determine when our oceans have tides. We're able to determine through electronic graphs whether or not you have a good heart or a healthy heart or a bad heart. Problem with your brain. All these other things we take and say, hey, face value, it's okay. But to look at a chart and to look at paperwork that you do on a daily basis and say, I'm going to be able to identify what's going to happen with a stock, what's going to happen with its behavior, and decide that it's either going to go up in the next 20 minutes or going to go down in the next 20 minutes and make my move, you can't do that. Come and watch. 15 to 20, sorry, the last few weeks, it's been under 10 minutes. It's like 3 to 5 minutes. I made $2 or $3 a share. In 3 to 5 minutes, I also could have lost $2 or $3 a share. But just to give you an idea, the work that I did work with, I'm talking a couple of 100 shares, 200 shares. It's not a lot of money. 300 shares. It's not a lot of money. And the way I work is not actually buying the share. I'm using contracts that represent the share. So 2 or 3 contracts represents 300 shares. I get $2 movement. I get $1 movement. I made $300 for the day. I get 50 cents. I made $150. If it's my morning trade from the early open till about 11:30, then I have the midterm trade and then the closing trade. So there's 3 periods of time during the day that my work allows me to take advantage of the different equities that are moving. Some people are, I'm going to use margin. I'm going to borrow the same amount of money I put in, and I'm going to take $20,000 and buy $40,000 of a $30 stock or a $40 stock, and I'll buy 1,000 shares, and I hope I get 30 cents. I'll make $300. That's insanity. You're upside down on the leverage. It goes wrong, you're going to really lose money quick, and you could owe more than what you started with. I start my transaction. I might not be happy with it. I might be out of the gate down $100. Might be down 150. But if I did my job right, and it does what I saw, within a moment or two, I'll be even and then starting to make money. Now, the question is, do I close the trade for $30? I'm getting into that habit where I see it stalled out. It gave me $30 on 300 shares. The trade really belonged to hand me 3 to 6 or 1,000, but it's being controlled by the market makers. I'll take $30. Thank you. We'll go again and try another. Have your questions. Have your doubts. Sit and watch. It doesn't take a lot of money to take care of a structure and a discipline, and on a daily basis, you're making a couple of $100 to a couple of $1,000, going back to cash and shutting off the risk. Done. Doesn't mean that I don't have days where I give back money. I have those days. But I also make it right back over a couple of days. Those don't happen too often, but they do. They have. I mean, I had to go to the bathroom once, wound up losing money. So there are things. That's why it's nice to have a partner sitting with you, someone working with you. Watch your back. Go have a lunch. Go to the bathroom. Someone else there. So, look, if you really want to make a difference in your life and you have a few dollars saved, it doesn't take a lot to do it. It takes a skill. It's a developable skill. I'm able to teach it. It takes a discipline, a structure, a strategy, and a dedication to follow that discipline. So enjoy your day. Be well. Take care. Again, you can see me on Skype Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend.